Hello, welcome to Megaquarium. We were getting distracted, because we're talking about Earthsea. So,
Yeah,
which, you know, I guess, uh, sea,
topical.
fish, there's
They spend a
there's,
lot of time on boats.
that's true, they do. There's a lot of ocean. Uh, it's a
Yeah,
thing,
we
okay.
got distracted because Seawolf didn't know that there's a Studio Ghibli movie about
No
Earthsea.
one has brought it up, and I was not aware. People just bring up the sci-fi miniseries and how bad it is.
I think maybe I think I've watched
Which I haven't seen them either.
most Studio Ghibli films.
I've seen a handful.
Yeah. Are you not sitting down looking at lists of Studio Ghibli films to find ones that you haven't watched so you can watch them?
No, that's not an experience that I have.
Yeah, I've done that several times. And it was always a good decision.
I see. Well, yeah, that makes sense.
A lot of there's at least two are based on children's fantasy books.
Yes, that doesn't surprise me.
Do you know which other Studio Ghibli film was based on a children's fantasy book?
I think I think if you told me, I would probably. I feel like I have heard it. I just don't remember off the top of my head because I don't have a I don't have an encyclopedic memory.
Encyclopedic knowledge of Studio Ghibli films.
Correct. Yeah.
The Howl's Moving Castle one is based on a Diana Wynne Jones children's novel. Wynne Jones? Diana Wynne Jones? Is it Diane Wynne Jones?
Did we bring this up before? Is this sort of stuff that we talked about?
I mean, we might have, because I do talk about
yeah, we've talked
both
about
of those things.
Diana
Wynne Jones, yeah.
I feel like this is a name that I did not know at all, and
because she's like, I think she's like a British children's author. Who was like medium popular, like pretty popular, but not ubiquitous. So there's no reason you would have heard of her. How's our fish doing?
Okay.
Wait, because I googled her, it made the chat window go away. I need to look up what Casco's saying.
Yes. I'll be curious when you get to the second book.
Yeah, I don't remember if I've read it or not.
It's a big swing.
Interesting. I've been trying to get back in the habit of reading on the bus to and from work.
Oh, sure, that makes sense.
Yeah.
What are we trying to do?
I'm always pleased when I do it, but a lot of the time I just sit there staring into space and thinking about how tired I am.
That's fair, I guess.
Oh god, yeah, we got all those guys.
Yes. So I think we had a plan, but I think we need the large abyssal tank, which we are researching. I don't know if there's other stuff there. These are what's not in the aquarium so far. We don't have money issues, which I think we were initially concerned about.
How quickly do you think you would find out about a sort of frontline page world event? Yeah, it's called front. What do you call the front of a
page?
newspaper? I am like front page news. Yeah.
Yeah.
I got really confused about how long it was for a second. Yeah, how quickly would you find out? Like, or alternative question. What? You've got 7. Say you've got like 7 sort of top stories in a week. How many of those do you think you hear about?
It depends a lot on like the category of events, I think. Because front page news could be, you know, the war is happening, or
yeah,
you know, stuff, or it could be, you know, here's who won the big game. Like
so what level of event do you think you would find out about in about a day?
I mean, it's not even the level necessarily, but like topics, I think, because like sports stuff I just won't ever see, basically. You know, like I know the Super Bowl happened because my boss mentioned it.
Yeah, I think it happened this week.
Yeah, it was like this past weekend, I think.
I'm pretty sure I know who the Prime Minister is, but I'm not gonna rule out of the country that I'm in. Yeah. I'm not gonna rule out the possibility that I could be wrong about who the Prime Minister is.
It has changed more frequently recently than.
It's changed more frequently. I don't read newspapers or watch the news. And I'm not on social media. Like, the only way that I find out about something is if someone tells me it directly. So it's really a game of how long would it take for someone to tell me.
Yeah. This is basically why I'm still on Twitter, because I follow a bunch of like accounts that will bring up news that I want to see.
I get all my news from Telegram now.
Oh boy. Well. Yeah, I mean, I don't really read like newspapers, certainly. It's just such a, because I mean, when I see articles from it, they're just fucking garbage. So
the only newspaper that I make eye contact with is the free one that is like left in piles at bus stops and like on all the office tables at work and stuff.
Yeah.
And like once every couple of weeks I'll flip through it and be like, wow, this is all bullshit. It's run
awful.
by the same, it's the Daily Mail. It's run by the same company as the Daily Mail.
Yeah. Jesus.
It's like abysmal.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, news in the US, whenever I see an American newspaper, it's just universally terrible. And, you know, I mean, yeah, the ones that people are like, oh, well, this one's okay. It's like, no, it's fucking not.
Yeah. Like, oh, well, this one, like, called out this other one for transphobia. And it's like, okay, yeah, but it's still fucking racist, isn't it? Like, just because it's slightly better on one thing doesn't mean anything they're saying is accurate.
Yeah, it's...
I was talking to some people from my union branch earlier today, and people were comparing notes on the history of different UK Trotskyist groups. Like, oh, well, because this one's connected with the American SWV, but then this other one's got this newspaper that's called this thing, and then I think that the newspaper of that name comes from this group that was called that name, but then that group went on and did this other thing. It was like two people with really detailed history of like weird Trotskyist factions, like splitting and merging over the last like 50 years.
Continually eating their own tail.
Yeah. It's always interesting when I'm listening to people who like really know the history of that.
I mean, that's good. Like the history is good. It's just you know, so many of these groups are so wrapped up in themselves.
Yeah.
And not in a way that's like, because like, you know, in the US at least, like, I think the dominant sort of like strain of thought is basically this like, it is an emphasis on like the boots on the ground. You gotta get out there. You gotta do the organizing, which like, yeah, of course. But the thing we are not in deficit of, I mean, you know, to a degree, I guess, yes, we are in deficit of organizing, of course, but like part of why we're in deficit of organizing, I think, is because no one has any fucking ideas about how things work, and no one wants to make firm statements. Like,
yeah, like so much organizing is just like very directionless, and people doing things based
and people
on
are afraid.
Just like, yeah, well, and also people will just like be like, oh well, let's do a demo, because that's what you do if you're upset about something, is you do a demo. It's like, no, what do you want to change?
Right.
Like, why are we doing the demo? What is the effect that we want to have on the world? And then what is our best way, given the tools that we have, to make that effect? Like, you don't just start from the thing you want to do. That's not gonna get you the outcomes that you need.
Right, like, this is like part of why the history thing is important, because it's like, okay, well, you need the history so you can look at it and say, well, what works and what didn't. But this is the thing that's often missing, is it's like, well, one, you look at a lot of this shit, it's like, well, none of this worked. Like,
and also it's so context dependent, because like,
yeah, of course,
the action that works best strategically is going to be so different, because depending on, like, you know, if you're a group of workers organizing within your workplace, the options that are available to you and the leverage that you have on the situation is very different from an outside group, because like you have a lot of power as workers, but also like it's tied to your job, whereas like outside groups maybe have like less direct influence, but the organization doesn't have that power over them. So like you have to strategize together to take like to be able to have the biggest effect.
Right. I just think there's so many like there's at least again in the US there is like this just extremely there's just this disdain that feels so fundamental to so many people and so many groups for like abstract like models of politics, and it's like, I don't know how you do this if you don't have a firm idea, like a firm line about like how does fucking politics work and how do states work and economies work. Like if you don't have an answer to these things, why the fuck should anyone listen to you? And like it's this very, and I get, you know, the whole like, oh, the bottom up thing, and like but it's like the way that empiricism works is you gather all these observations from all these different people on the ground, and then you build a model out of them. You don't stop at the, like, people are not able to instinctually figure out the modern economy and how it works and what will actually, like, you know, how to effectively act. Like, there's such an aversion to theory, basically, and the history, and like taking the lessons of the past in a way that is extremely frustrating to me.
Yeah, Alo has been bouncing around some ideas about something she wants to write sort of on that topic of how, like, if you're not willing to organize like in the way that will actually defeat the capitalist state, then that is state pacifism. Like with the problems of like pacifism is like you're opting out of like taking responsibility to do something about it because of your squeamishness around like states. I'm just complaining about anarchists now.
Yes, I mean, but this is important, you know. Like I think this is like the thing, and I apologize to anyone watching this stream who's like, I feel like you should probably not be surprised, but but like this is one of the big things, right? Is like communists are so desperate to have people like to sort of gain. We've been so beaten back by so many decades of repression that people are, I think, really afraid of making like big claims, and also especially in ways that like push people out and basically say like, no, you're wrong. That is not the right way to do this. That will not work. And you know, one of the biggest examples of that is the communist refutation of anarchism, which like is fundamental in Marx. Like going back to Marx and then throughout all of the like communist movements of the, you know, through the 20th century are like consistent repudiation of that, and in very strong terms. And I think a lot of those arguments, you know, is like you could just read them today and they just feel like the exact same comments that people are like, they are responding to the exact same things that people are saying still today, and like their responses have no answer still, right? Like they're just like when Marx writes about Proudhon, and it's like, here's what this guy thinks. He's a fucking idiot, basically. Like, no uncertain terms. And it's like, there's no response to this still. Like, I think there's a lot of people who will be like wishy-washy on this. And I'm like, you just gotta, or like, you know, oh, all those, you know, dead white guys, and like, that's, you know, a thing that comes up a lot. So, you know, this kind of shit. It's just like, yeah, but they're not wrong. Like, and there is a right. Like, you have, if you believe in politics and you believe in making the world a better place, you do have to like believe that you're correct, that there is a correct theory of the world.
There's a correct answer, and it's my one, actually. I like thought about it really hard,
right?
And I decided that this is the correct position, and that's why I'm taking it. Because
like,
I think it's right.
This is one of the super liberal things, right? About like, oh, it's the marketplace of ideas. You know, like we're going to be tolerant of everyone's ideas, and like,
no, we're not. My idea's right.
Is better, right? It's like, no, you believe in it because you think it's right. Like, if you don't believe your idea is correct and should be enforced, why are you espousing it? Like, get out of here. Get out of politics, then. Like. Then you should get the fuck out and let people who actually believe in what they're saying. Like, it drives me mad.
Yeah.
And I'm not an organizer. I'm not a person who does these things, but I care a lot about history and education and theory. And I feel like it is such a again, just like it's such a dearth of like all these people being like, oh, you know, theory can't. It's not, you know. There's all these people who imagine they are fighting the primacy of theory, and I'm like, where the fuck do you see this? Like, this is the biggest.
I mean, most of the organizing spaces I'm in are very anarchist organizing spaces.
Yeah.
And like, there is a lot, and like, you know, I'm not like I'll complain about anarchists a bit, but I'm not gonna like slag them off that much, because like most of the time they're the people who are actually doing stuff. And like the state of communism in the UK is a disgrace. Like all of the communist parties in the UK are a nightmare.
But I think it's important
they're the visible communists. So like when people are complaining about communists, mostly that's what they're talking about, and they're not really thinking about like. Because why would you? Because that's all you've seen. Hey, Mary.
Yeah. Right, and I think, you know, this is where, like, the history, the historical context is important, right? Because, like, there's a reason that the communist organizations in Western countries were like are like this, and the reason that anarchist organizations get to exist and keep doing the things that they do, because the state does not feel threatened by them. Like, communist organizations were systematically, and it's, you know, obviously, yes, repression happens to anarchists. I'm not saying it doesn't.
Yeah.
But the way that communist organizations have historically been just exterminated. Like, like, you could be an anarchist espousing, like, a person who espouses anarchist ideas in the public sphere. You know, you could be a professor, you could be, you know, a media person in certain contexts and espouse these ideas. You cannot go on, you know, into a classroom or on television or something, be like, so I'm going to talk to you about Stalin. Like, and what we should learn from that, you know, like, that's...
Like, there's people who are in organizing spaces that I'm in who are like, oh no, Stalin was a bad person. And like, I would be shocked if you had even a slightly more positive opinion than that. Like, there's people in these spaces who are like, oh yeah, no, I accept the equivalence between Stalin and Hitler. That seems reasonable to me. And it's like, come on. Like, you should know better. Like, apply some critical thought. Like, you don't believe anything else the British state tells you?
Music is very loud. I
can, we've not played this game for an hour. No, half an hour.
It's been running.
Yeah, it's been running. You've just been moving the camera around slightly.
There you go. I'm waiting for this. Right.
Oh, the music is really loud.
Yes, I turned down the game audio. Sorry.
That's to stop Twitch getting us.
Okay, that's not too important.
I was thinking earlier about, this is basically my only internet presence. So if you were trying to find out what I was up to by like looking at my internet presence, it would just be this.
That would be very funny.
Do you want to hear about why I'm annoyed at the anarchists?
Yeah. Yeah, like, have you heard about my odyssey about my book order that I'm trying to get through?
No.
Okay, well, I won't go into detail other than I ordered a bunch of books at the start of the year. I was ordering like one book, and I was ordering the Earthsea book actually, and I was like, you know, I'm just gonna go add a bunch of these other books that I've been wanting, and I'm just gonna throw them all in here and just get them. And anyway, it's been
Mary says you've got to tell me in excruciating detail.
I don't need to do that. It's been a whole thing. There was basically a shipment, and UPS was like, we gave it to USPS, and USPS was like, they haven't given it to us yet, and you know, it was, you know, dealing with like machine customer support and shit, just like miserable.
No.
It's been reset now, and I got one more book in a separate package, and then the rest of the books are supposed to be in this other package again, and that is maybe disappeared again. It's been a couple of days.
No.
Anyway, but so one of those books is if you're familiar with Domenico Losurdo, who is was an Italian communist. I mean, he's dead now recently. That was a couple of years ago. But he wrote a whole bunch of books that are generally quite good. But he famously wrote this book on Stalin, and his publisher, most of his books in English, the English translations of his books were published, I believe by Verso. They're like one of the sort of left English publishers, and they would never publish his Stalin book. And there's a point where somebody like got the head sort of the editor-in-chief person to comment on this, and he was like basically like, it's a disgusting, terrible book, and we will never publish it or something.
Oh my god!
Like, just, and it's like, why would you publish all these other books if you think this guy's views
that one is
are
so bad.
Yeah, odious. Like that.
Why would you trust him on all that other stuff?
Right,
and be like, no, but this one is disgusting. That's how much I disagree with it.
Yeah, within the past few years, I think after his death, actually, somebody else basically got the rights to do an English translation and has published it. That's one of the books that's in my package that I am very looking forward to.
Was it Foreign Language Press?
I can look up because I don't remember.
The Foreign Language Press does so many good books. And they're all like really nice little compact ones as well. You can like carry it around really easily and read it. But they've got like 5 essays on philosophy and yeah, a bunch of other stuff. Matt just sent me a link to Air Canada must pay damages after chatbot lies to grieving parents. Oh, because you were talking about having to talk to the
Oh, yes.
the machine assistant. Oh no. The chatbot told him that if he bought a ticket, he would have 90 days to claim a bereavement discount because he was going to a funeral.
And that was...
And he spent loads of money on flights.
Why can I not find who fucking published this English edition?
God. I mean, that's the exact problem with having a large language model as your custom support, isn't it?
The thing...
That's
like,
why you don't do it. It's because it does shit like that.
Well, so the thing that I ran into was not just the... I mean, it wasn't any, AI, or, whatever. Machine learning stuff. It was just pre-programmed menus.
Yeah. That's better. I'd rather have that.
Yeah. But it's Iskra Books is apparently
Iskra Books.
Yeah. Which I am not familiar with, but
yeah, you should look up Foreign Languages Press.
But yeah, the thing that was striking to me, which it wasn't surprising me, but it was striking to me, was like when I was on the phone with UPS, I think, where I got to a point where I just yelled into the phone about letting me talk to a human being, which then leads to putting me on the phone with a human being. Which is, I guess, a thing that they do. Like, they have, detection stuff for how annoyed people are. But the thing is, they
maybe I'll just start going,
yeah, through to a support person who is not allowed to do anything the machine couldn't do. Literally all they can do, which is all the same information that I could already access on the website. They're like, well, this is what it says. I'm like, yeah, I know that's what it says. I read that. But I'm talking to you because you work for this company, and that is not sufficient. And they're like,
can you escalate me to someone, please?
Yeah, and they're like, no, I can't do anything. Like, they're like, well, to do that, you have to, like, file a formal claim. And I'm like, can you help me do that? No, you have to do it through the website. Well, what they actually said was, you have to do it online. And I said, how do I do that? Like, can you tell me how to do that? And they said, well, you can use the app or you can use the website. I was like,
oh my god.
Can you give me any more details? And they're basically like, no. Like, that's... And then when I went and tried to file a
just
claim
hearing about it.
Through their online form, it came back and told me that package was not eligible to file a claim on. Yeah. It's just like, so, yeah, I mean, this is obviously, like, again, not surprising, but, like, that they have taken the customer support role and reduced what it can do to what the customer's already able to do through the, like, machine, so that then in the future, obviously, they can say, like, well, we don't need these people, they don't do anything for us. Like,
yeah.
because you've taken away their ability to do anything.
Yeah. That's a nightmare.
Yeah, I mean, so I just contacted the bookstore, because they literally had an entry on their FAQ about this happening, where they're like, please contact us.
Sometimes our parcels go missing.
Yes, it's specifically in the, like, the handoff between UPS and USPS, and, which is, I mean, the only thing they can do is they just send a new one. They're like, we will send you a new one for free, you know, for everything that hasn't arrived, which is what they've done. But at least it was.
That's insane that they have to do that.
From, you know, like, yeah, like, I was like...
Like, these postal companies are fucking up the hand up so often that the bookstore has to put a thing on their website being like, hey, when they mess this up, just let us know and we'll send more books. It's not even worth it. Those books are gone. Yeah. They just throw our books away sometimes. Sorry. How is that acceptable?
Yeah, it's... And, like, because, like, the...
why is Mary...
So now I am just getting into the whole thing. But, yeah, like, because the status that it was basically, like... It's very funny. The status is, like... God, what is it? It's shipment received, package awaiting, pickup, or something like that. Package acceptance pending, that's what it is. Which everything on, like, the UPS website and the USPS website, what it says that means is, you know, UPS drops off, like, a bulk shipment of, like, everything that's going to be delivered in this area to USPS, and then USPS separates it out. So it's like, oh, the shipment's been dropped off, they haven't processed it into the individual things, into all the individual deliveries, which makes sense. Because for USPS, I could not talk to a human being. I couldn't get one. Also, I called the local post office, and they put me on hold for like 5 minutes, and then just hung up. Repeatedly. Like...
American public infrastructure is a joke.
Yeah, like, I don't want to hate on USPS, because, like, they have been just thoroughly gutted. Like, this is intentional.
Yeah, no, like, it's not...
It is also fucking terrible.
Fault, but like...
Yeah, so, because what happened was I went to the post office, physically, because I was like, I know I can talk to a human being if I just go there, and it's, you know, like 2 miles away. And I waited, and, you know, in line, and talked to someone, and it's like one of those things where it's like, there's like 5, like, sort of like slots, like aisles, you know, for people, and there's one person at the count, you know, like, there's like 5, you know, like, counters basically, and there's only one person there because of how the, you know, anyway. And when I got up there and I was like, okay, here's the deal, you know, here's what it says, this is what, you know, I understand this is what that's supposed to mean, and like, went into the back and then came back a few minutes later, and she's like, no, what that means is we don't have it. We're waiting on, USPS told us they're going to send it to us, but they haven't yet. And I was like, that's not what your own website says that means. She's basically like, I don't know. You can talk to
I don't know what the website says. I'll tell you, I know how the thing actually functions. What they wrote on the website about how it functions is unrelated to me.
I don't... I suspect the website is correct in this instance.
Yeah?
Yeah, but also I somewhat... So I had a situation a few years ago, like when I first moved here, where I didn't get mail for like 3 months. And I kept calling this local post office and like talking to them, and they're like, no, there's nothing wrong. We don't know what you're talking about. And then one day, 3 months of mail showed up outside my door. And they never acknowledged that anything had happened.
Okay, Okay, no, your local post office is unhinged.
Yes. So I'm like, I don't really trust this post office.
No, I'm back on the side of the website. I think she's got your parcel. She just doesn't want to give it to you.
Yeah, I think they just.
She went back there, looked at your parcel, and went, "Ha! I'm not gonna give him his parcel," and then came back out and was like, "Yeah, I don't know." She could have given you that parcel right then. She chose not to.
Debacle. Yeah, because there was one time when I'd called them while I was going on, and they were like, "Oh yeah, there was a lightning strike on your building, and it fried the the door code thing, so the mail person hasn't been able to get in." And I was like, "Oh, okay. I mean that, sure, I guess." And I had seen them replacing it, so this did happen. But then every time, that was like one person I talked to, and then every time I talked to someone else, they were like, "I don't know what you're talking about. That's not what happened. There's nothing going on." And I was like, what
happened to the lightning strike?
Yeah, why would this one person tell me that? They didn't make that up.
Did they make it up? Did you independently corroborate the lightning strike?
Well, because it was like, well, if that's the case, then the entire building isn't getting mail. There's a bunch of people. Wouldn't people be complaining? I never figured this out. It's like the mail just showed up, and I was just like, I don't know. I'm just gonna go on with my life.
I think someone made up a lightning strike to try to explain to you why your mail hadn't arrived.
Why? Why would someone? That's such a bizarre. Yeah. Why would you?
Sometimes people do shit. Sometimes you're in a situation and you need to say something, and you go in the wrong direction.
I mean, I think there definitely was a lightning strike that fried shit. I guess that could be. I mean, obviously that is not a sufficient explanation for why I didn't get mail for 3 months.
Yeah.
It was fixed much faster than that. And even if it wasn't, the people that own the building should give the mail carrier a key or something. It's not. They can't just not deliver mail to a building.
For 3 months, yeah.
Yeah. Clearly there was more going on. But I don't know what it was, and
I was on a waiting list for an ADHD clinic at one point, where every 6 months they would send me a letter saying, "Do you still want to be on the waiting list? Reply within 2 weeks if you want to be on the waiting list."
My God.
And if you didn't, you got kicked off the waiting list. If they hadn't delivered my mail for 3 months, I would have been gone.
Uh-huh. That's also a thing that is designed to get people kicked off.
Yeah, it's disgusting. I had a meeting.
The opposite of the auto
renewal.
Where you sign up for websites. They're we won't charge you, but you have to put your credit card in, and it's gonna auto renew in 30 days. Charge.
Yeah, you've got to go back and turn it off. You've got to go back and press the "please don't kick me off the waiting list" button. I sent them a long email about why it was a bad idea. And how they were going to remove the people with the worst ADHD from the waiting list for the care that they need the most. And they sent me back a thing saying, "No, we're going to keep doing it, thanks." And I was like, I sent you such a good and correct email. I've brought it up in work meetings a few times where we've been talking about designing healthcare systems and that kind of thing, because I'm people don't think about the patient experience and what effect it is going to have on patients before doing stuff. There's some people are getting better at it in general. I think it is more of a focus now, but
still there?
Can you hear me?
Yes, now I can.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Okay. It just sounded like you kind of stopped mid-sentence.
Oh. I don't know if I stopped mid-sentence. I felt like I stopped at the end of a sentence.
Okay. I guess it was the end of a clause. It just sounded like there was going to be a comma, but
and then more.
Something. Yeah. Semicolon, maybe.
Yeah, I mean, like, it is, like, in theory more of a focus now, and a lot of time to get grants, like, you have to show that you've done, like, some patient and public engagement and stuff. But, like, a lot of time people just treat it as a tick box and, like, don't really actually factor that into what they're doing. They're just like, there'll be 3 sentences at the start that's like, we asked some patients, and we said, is this a good idea? And they said, yeah, go ahead, you're so smart. So then we did it. And that's not, like, meaningful engagement with the people who are being affected by the thing that you're building.
This thing is super chilled, right? Yeah, oh it is. Okay. The pump just doesn't show. Okay.
Mary, I did eventually get to the end of that waiting list 1 month after we moved out of that house. So I just didn't change my GP for like a year after moving, nearly a year after moving. I've only just changed GPs so that I could be in the jurisdiction of that ADHD clinic and not have to get bumped to the bottom of a different waiting list.
Oh my god.
If I'd told them that I'd moved house when I actually moved house, I would have got removed from, and I was like due to start seeing them, I would have got removed from their list, like, and just put on a new waiting list. So I just lied about my address for like 6 months so that I could actually see a fucking doctor.
Okay. Anyway, there's some fish. There's a video game.
We haven't talked about the game at all. You put out like a tank and 2 pumps.
Yeah,
we've been going for an hour nearly.
It's good. This is what people are here for.
Yeah, I feel like this was more of a podcast than a game stream.
You know. So let's see. We got these guys are bully. These guys are nibbleable. These guys are. They need a rounded tank. Soft corals. I know. Okay. These guys are a wimp, so they can't go in with them. What's the deal with the guys we can put in here? Chimeras. They need a 3x3 open space. They need 126 rocks. They are nibblers. So they cannot.
Have you noticed our science is in the negative?
No, that's probably because I put down that giant tank.
Yeah. We've got to put some stuff in that tank.
Well, I haven't like unpaused since I put it down, so.
Okay.
Oh, it's mouse time.
Mouse time.
Yeah, Mary's gonna talk about her mouse story.
Oh, yeah! You said you were gonna tell me about the mouse, and then we talked for another half an hour about different stuff.
Yes.
That's so smart.
How big
That's
is this tank?
That's a genius invention. Oh, I thought you'd come up with that. I was so impressed. I was like, wow, Mary's the smartest person on the planet. I do really want peanut butter now.
I think we're gonna move these guys to the big tank when we got it.
That sounds right.
Was.
Okay.
Yeah, this thing. So, size, let's not exceed 10%, so for there to be, there needs to be over 150, which it is well over 150. And then I think there's another one, yeah, these guys. 9. I don't know how to figure this one out. Let's see here, it's 330.
Was there a hole in the bin? And the mouse escaped.
Well, there was, you know, a hole on top.
Mary got to the point in the story where she heard the knife clatter and got her to go put the lid on the bin. And my guess of what was going to happen next was going to be that there was a hole in the bottom of the bin and the mouse ran away. I just jumped straight here in the air out of the bin.
Yeah, I have the benefit of already knowing. Yeah, I went through the hole.
I was like, well, this story isn't going to end with, and I successfully put the lid on the bin and took it outside and let the mouse go.
Coyote.
I had a rabbit once, and I think I'd just got her from a rescue, and she was like this little old lady and hadn't been moving around much and had just been sitting very still in the corner of the crate of the box that I'd gone and picked her up in. So I was like, as I was sorting some stuff out, there was a cardboard box, like a big cardboard box, and I was like, oh, I'll just put her down in there, like she can hang out in a slightly bigger space, put some hay and water in her while I was like sorting out her proper run for her to go in. And I put her down and she's like sniffing around a little bit, and then like 2 minutes later she just like popped out. She was fucking gone under the sofa. And I was like, oh, I was trying to keep her contained. I thought she seemed like this just like little old lady who wasn't gonna move much. She just went gone.
Oh. Oh, that's... Sorry, I'm trying to figure these tanks out.
When Mary said tank isn't deep enough for that fish, I thought we were talking about another animal jumping out of something.
Yeah, you cannot actually, so the angler fishes. Yeah, I didn't realize they require. Wait, oh, they require a 6 deep tank, which means it can only be the deep abyssal tank or the vertical abyssal tank. In order to have the 3 angler fishes in the same tank, the tank has to be size 150. You literally cannot have 3 angler fishes in the same. I mean, without 2 different tanks. Yeah.
Well, I think at some point we'll get a deep vertical abyssal tank.
Yeah, I hope so.
We'll get
a large
vertical.
Yeah.
Yeah, not deep vertical.
So the question is, that removes the nibblable, so that's good. We can put the nibbler in it, which I think is the...
Get that nibbler
Yeah,
in
we
there.
can't put the Pacific viper fish in there because the octopuses are wimps. But these guys should be able to go in there.
No.
Oh no, they can't because they don't like rocks. And somebody in here needs rocks.
Shit.
I think... Or is it the octopuses need caves, but not rocks?
Yeah, there's caves that aren't rocks.
Okay, there are, but they need... Oh, they only need 3
11.
or... Yeah, 11. Or I guess we need actually 9 because there's 3 of them, so we might as well go to 11. Okay. And then
That's
they need
just
more decorations.
4 logs, is that right?
How do I sell? I forgot.
What are you trying to do?
Sell a decoration.
You click the bulldozer and then click on it in the tank. Click on the listing in the like.
Thank you.
Just got to delete the little icon, and then it's gone. Uh-oh.
Yeah, I was trying to click the icon and then click bulldozer. So
I can't stop thinking about peanut butter. Yeah.
Okay.
Easy.
So that works.
What else do they want?
Yeah, they need another decoration. Doesn't matter what it is.
Yes, not rocks.
Yeah, not rocks.
Yeah, put a canoe in there.
Well, we need space for some of these other guys,
yeah,
so I just want to make sure. I mean, I think it'd be fine, but I just like to not infringe. So, okay, these guys then, I think should be okay. There's no rocks. There's no crustaceans for them to eat. Tank's big enough. There's no nibbleables. Tank's round. I think we're good. I think we can put these in.
Ooh, big.
Okay. Need a little bit more filtering. That's fine. And then we'll see if we can replace this other tank with something that can put those other fish in. No, we can't. God, that's annoying. Okay, I'll think about it. What is all these tanks? They could use more nitro and
Yeah. Nitro is cheaper than UV. My fish tank water had loads of ammonia in it for a few days and I couldn't work out why, and I was doing loads of water changes. I was really worried about it. Then I realized when I cleaned the tank out at the weekend I hadn't plugged the filters back in.
oh, jeez.
The filter wasn't on for like 5 days and I was like, what is wrong with the water in this tank? It was testing really badly and I was like, I can't work out what the problem is. And I was doing loads. It didn't get like too high because I was doing loads of water changes to try and keep it down, and then I realized that the filters weren't plugged in and like plugged them back in and it's like it's fine again now, but I was like, what the fuck is happening? I thought it'd been invaded by like secret awful bacteria or something.
These guys would need a fucking huge tank to put them all in.
Because it was right after I got some new fish from the fish shop as well, because I cleaned it out before getting the fish.
Oh no, they're fine.
So like it was right after I got the fish that the water started going bad, and I was like, did I like bring something bad back in the water from the fish shop? But it was just me being stupid.
Okay, so we could put these guys in the big tank if the octopuses were in there. And we know we could put 2 octopuses in here. And we could have like a little tank with the remaining anglerfish and octopus. I guess. Can the peacock squid go in there? Presumably.
What do we? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That sounds good.
These guys don't like eat coral or anything.
I think maybe we shouldn't build any more abyssal tanks. until we've checked how our science is doing.
Okay. I could also probably, so if I move these guys into here. Oh right, they need their cave. That's fine. Fit that in.
Oh, wait, 1 second.
Okay. I just want to sort of check what the... Could we put these guys in? Yeah, we could put these guys in. There's 4 of them. I'm gonna build a little abyssal tank. Just a little one.
No!
It's gonna be fine. Oh, I gotta figure out where to put these. Because I want to move this guy over here. Match this.
I ran back from the kitchen into here to yell no into the mic, and I had to run through the room that Connor is sat in playing a game. So, like, from his perspective, I left my room, walked into the kitchen, suddenly ran back into my room to yell no, and then went back into the kitchen again. He looked at me like he was concerned.
Oh, this might... What does this thing require? No? Okay, we're good. We're good.
Sorry, I was gone so long. The peanut butter was hidden at the back of a cupboard.
Okay. So let's do this. Gotta get some barrel, and then
oh, I should make peanut butter cups again.
that work? That works.
I'm sorry it took so long. I fell in the bin and I had to leave out.
Honestly,
that trap would get me. I would have fallen into the bin.
But would you be able to jump out?
No. I'd sit in the bottom having a peanut butter snack. I'm like, hell yeah, now I've got peanut butter. Let's go.
Are these orange belts? I like those orange belts. Alright, so we need some
I'm glad
crab.
we're aligned on this, Mary. Crap!
There you go. Supplements are there. The dispenser, yeah, the clipboard is there. I wonder if we need multiple clipboards for, like, so they can do multiple at the same time. Seems like an idea. Okay. So that's good, I think. Oh, what's over here? Live sand. Wait, we have live sand ship. What are you talking about? No route. Oh, we need a fucking door.
We do need a door.
There you go. Okay. I think it's all good, and we're gonna be generating science. Can we see how much this is doing? 475. Let's go check what's over here. The same one. Okay. Well, there's more room over here, I guess.
I think it looks better though. Aesthetically speaking.
Yeah. We're definitely gonna need more fucking food and drink over and bathrooms over here because they can't have like more than 20 feet without
without orange juice and popcorn. If I don't have orange juice and popcorn in my eye line at all times, I'm fucking going home. Like, you have to put vending machines between every tank for people to be happy.
Yeah, it's wild. Okay. Oh, benches.
Benches are so important. I'm not fucking standing looking at these fish.
Never. Alright. I'm gonna unpause. I think everything's good.
Oh.
Look at that! Look at that!
Our science is fluctuating a lot. Okay, it seems to have settled down a bit.
That's good. Oh yeah, we should put some live centric in here. Not those.
Wrong track.
Those. And a clipboard, I guess.
You haven't played Parkitect, right?
Nope.
I feel like I've asked you before and you haven't. Yeah. It's the first multiplayer one of these that I've played.
Oh yeah, this is the multiplayer one. That's interesting.
Me and Matt have been playing it and it's really good. I spent ages designing the scenery and stuff to put around the shops.
Okay.
Oh.
Do you like designing scenery around the shops?
I built like a whole little log cabin shop area, and then in another part of the park that's near a beach, I built like a little glass pavilion thing. It's the amount of customization you could do is very fun.
A very low percentage of our guests have died. That's what you want to hear from a theme park. Big signs.
Oh yeah, also all of our roller coasters have very good names.
Very low.
So Very Safe Ride did have a crash that killed 7 people. I think Very Safe Ride... No, other rides have killed people, I think. Very Safe Ride does it more often than the others.
Oh, I'm sorry. Your ride is called Very Safe Ride.
Yeah. The ride is called Very Safe Ride because it's very safe. Yeah.
I see.
Very Safe Ride has only crashed twice with people on it.
raising a lot of questions asked by our
It
very
crashed a
safe
lot
rise.
during development.
Yes. Raising a lot of questions answered by our name of our ride.
Yeah. Have people died on any of the other rides? I don't think people died on family-friendly Money Pit Nice Time.
Oh, I didn't put these guys in, which was part of the deal. Let me make sure.
The one by the entrance. The merry-go-round?
These guys need a tank of 6+?
No!
What the fuck? They're fucking... Ah, okay. Well, we could probably make our tank smaller. Our biggest tank smaller then. So these guys can't go in there. How much do we actually need then? These guys need a tank of 126. Only really a very small number of deaths.
I think that might have been when I was really concentrating on building scenery. These missile tanks are a nightmare.
They are. I don't like it. Like, I think we
These fish are too fucking picky.
Yeah. Let me move this shit and see if this works. I'm a little bit worried we're not gonna have enough
Money, space, science.
Space.
Fish.
No, I think that's good. Oh, you know what? I can get rid of the fucking driftwood because there's no octopus.
Oh yeah.
So much less impressive.
Oh, it is a bit less striking.
I'm pretty sure these guys could just. Oh no, they may need a slightly 35%. They're gonna be 4 of them. No, 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 5 of them. Yeah, that's what I thought. So they take 45. Well, how do I reverse this? 45 needs to be less than 35%.
45 is more than 35.
Yes.
Unfortunately.
That roughly 120. Yeah, a little bit bigger than that. Looks like 130 would be good enough. 125 is not big enough. 130 is big enough. How big is this tank that I just made?
Mystery.
It's... Oh, it's 154. Okay, that's plenty.
Oh, there's loads of space.
Okay, so yeah, we should be able to just pop these guys in here. My understanding. Right, that's right, that's the whole thing. These guys are not going in there because they need a vertical tank. Oh my god, we need so many vertical tanks for these guys because they can't go in the same tank as the octopuses. Oh, but so the octopuses could go in here with a slightly bigger tank. Okay, we just need to figure out what is the size of a tank for the octopuses, which is mostly how big do we need to get all the driftwood in? I'm gonna say this big? This big? It's hard to tell.
Yes.
Oh, I'll try it at this size, and then we'll may just have to delete it because it's fine.
I ate too much peanut butter, so I had to go get a glass of water.
Oh yeah, this is plenty big.
So who else is going in this one?
The things that are in this tank. I just had to make it slightly bigger. If I can click things properly. And then the octopi. Wait. Is it the octopi? No, they're... Yeah, okay, this is fine. This is fine.
Yeah. I give myself a very bad stomachache.
Oh, that's not good.
I ate a lot of peanut butter.
What? How much peanut butter? It's been like 10 minutes!
I got like kind of as much peanut butter as you could fit on a dessert spoon.
How big is a dessert spoon?
Like a spoon, like a normal spoon that's not a teaspoon.
Like a tablespoon.
It was like, yeah, but like peanut butter's thick, so it was. If it was like flat tablespoons, it was probably 6.
Wait. Like 6 tablespoons of peanut butter?
Yeah.
I thought you said this was a normal spoon.
Yeah, but I got like a big scoop, so it was like an ice cream scoop, right? Imagine an ice cream on a cone.
Oh, okay.
But the spoon is
yeah,
the cone,
that's a lot
and
of
the peanut
why?
butter is the scoop.
Why would you?
Because peanut butter tastes really good.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that's a normal snack.
Well, apparently not.
No. I think that's a regular snack.
It's just not for you. I mean, you're the one who says too much.
Yeah, that doesn't mean that it's not a regular snack.
Okay. Okay. I see. How big are these tanks?
I wouldn't say frequent, but I would say regular.
140.
I feel like it's about every 6 months that I eat too much peanut butter.
39, which means all of these guys could go into one tank. Theoretically. Okay. And they don't need anything else? Yeah, okay.
Everyone's happy?
I think this is fine. Yeah, these guys are fine. And then I think the peacock squid could go in the other one? Let me check. Peacock squid.
You're gonna put the peacock squid in and it's gonna throw the whole thing off.
You know, let's see. It does need some soft coral. This thing.
It needs soft coral.
Yeah.
Mm.
And around a tank and no rocks. So let's put some soft coral in. Make sure.
Oh, and no. I was looking at the wrong coral symbol. I was looking at the stony coral with the cross, and I was like, "How does that mean it needs soft coral?"
Okay, these are both fine. Oh yeah, this one eats live shrimp, the coral.
Mm. Let's get the easier one.
We could put them both in, I think.
Hmm?
Well, yeah, I guess. We don't need room in this tank, right?
Yeah.
Oh, no, it's fucking huge.
Oh, never mind.
Holy shit, it's 3 squares and like, look how tall it is.
Oh my god.
Okay. Yeah, you can go in there. What, not being fuck you are rounded, that's not
What
rounded!
does it say?
It's not rounded! The vertical tank's not rounded, the fucking ah! Missile creatures. Fuck off. And the problem with it is... No, there's no rocks in here. Does any of this shit eat coral? Not this one. Soft corals.
And you've placed it now. You can't put it back in the email. That guy's gotta have a house now.
So he needs a small tank.
Yeah, we got a small abyssal tank that's just got some coral in it.
Coral and oh, you know what? Then if that's what we're gonna do, we're gonna make it slightly bigger.
And we're gonna have all the coral.
Yeah, we're gonna have both corals then. At least. Where did the fucking coral go? Oh, it's still there. I don't know what
Oh.
just like incapable.
I thought you'd lost something that you couldn't replace for a second, but then it was still
No,
there,
the
and
coral's
also
fine.
you would have been able to replace it.
The big coral can't go in the the big coral needs the vertical tank. Which the thing can't go in. Ah! I mean, okay.
But that guy can't go in it because it's not got rounded edges.
Correct. You're right. Alright, so smallest tank it is. No, you stay there. You go there. Oh my fucking god, these tanks. Alright. This is wild.
This was very complicated.
It's
I
so...
warned you not to put another thing in.
You did. I just was like, it's gonna be fine. We just gotta fit.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay. Water quality, okay. Just need some more. Oh, they've actually got, yeah, more than enough of that, so... Skipping an EV.
Need better work.
Okay. live sand shrimp. Okay. Okay. I think we're good. Fucking Christ. And we have all of our animals. That was a whole project.
Today,
bear. Well, it does have one fish in it.
I think they say that when it doesn't have decorations.
I know they do, but I also, we end up with this one tank with one fucking fish in it, because it can't go in this other tank, and there's nothing that ends up going with it.
Cool little guy.
Okay, buddy, I'll give you a decoration.
Give him a really... Give him like... Yeah, give him a canoe.
Yeah.
Perfect.
There you go.
He's gotta be happy now.
Well, the fish doesn't care. People do.
Yeah. He probably likes being able to like trundle around the canoe and peek out from behind it and stuff.
Shit to repair. It seems okay. Oh, we need more sand shrimp out here.
I'm now wearing my dog onesie and a dressing gown. I needed an extra layer.
I see.
It's getting chilly.
Tank 6 looks a bit bare. Okay, yeah, it also doesn't have any decorations. There you go.
Oh, everyone's happy. Let's go back. I'll feed this fish. I've already heard her talk about those fish. You have been in the aquarium for a week.
I guess just prestige, but that's not that exciting.
Yeah.
Is it here that we have air amphias? And yeah, this guy's yes. The two amphias.
What do we get at the next level? Is there anything good? Do we get anything? No. Okay. We just need to complete these observation tasks.
Yeah, they're working on it.
Oh, and
there
then...
we go.
Yeah, there we go.
Okay. Decorate your aquarium.
Reach rank 11.
I think we've done that.
Okay, well...
Oh,
now
do
we need
get,
prestige.
Like... Okay, let's get the ground. Okay. Little Oh,
oh. Someone dumped 6 baby emperor penguins in our Adelie exhibit. We don't have the space to house them. Can you help us out?
Yeah, you know, they dumped them.
An insane premise. Someone dumped 6 baby emperor penguins into your other penguin exhibit. at an aquarium. What the fuck are you talking about?
I smuggled in penguins.
The rest of them have been like, oh yeah, we're starting a breeding program, or oh, a research vessel collected these. This was like someone showed up at the aquarium and flung these into a different animal's enclosure.
Left outside their door in a basket with a note. Like, we can't take care of them. Please take care of them for us.
How did that person get them? We should know how many emperor penguins are in zoos. You should know where these penguins came from. We've got to make them ice zone.
Aha, yes, the super chill air.
I think we do need ice now. It specifically said that we did need to make ice.
They don't need ice. The emperor penguins really don't need ice, but they do get prestige if there isn't a bunch of it.
Well, also I think we don't
need it. Yeah, they need it for breeding.
But it says they need land. Yeah. Oh, we need to increase land. Okay.
Oh yeah, you can increase. Yeah, you can add because it adds land. The ice counts as land, so you can.
Yeah. So I think we maybe wouldn't have enough land capacity otherwise.
Probably, yeah. That is probably true.
Yeah, private penguin collectors. Where do we want to put the emperor penguins? How do we want people to get to them?
Good question.
I think we're going to need to expand out into the
Oh, for sure.
menus today.
Trying to think of like, I'd like to get a loop back to the entrance, which would mean, you know, moving some of this stuff. And so I wonder if we shouldn't kind of redirect people into kind of big loop around the outside, and then
I think that sounds good.
end up having.
You could always have like a corridor going through the middle.
We're gonna need this large air conditioner for sure. I'm glad we're researching that.
Yeah, definitely.
Our staff is handling this well. It's good.
We've got good stuff. Not even a consultation on these staff management decisions.
I'm sorry, they had one skill, I just snapped it.
Maybe we want them to branch out. Maybe they need to grow in breadth as well as depth.
I think they're good.
I think they need a holistic understanding of the work of the aquarium. You're alienating them from their labor.
Well. I'm not sure
Can we hire
that's
more
what
staff?
produces that.
Yep, no, that's it.
These guys suck. It's like they're starting at entry level.
Yeah, weird. See, this is why I think we should hire more people, because I want us to be training people up. I want us to find someone with good base talents so we can like start training them.
That's fair. Or we could just hire more.
Yeah, let's hire Caleb. I feel like I want us to have a fixing person with a fast walking speed so they can get between the different ones.
Okay. Well, who's fixing right now? Scarlet. Okay. Very speedy. Kaito. Oh, they're speedy.
Yeah, I want us to have a third additional speedy.
They're not very good at fixing, but Penny, I guess, is fast.
No, I want you to fixing as well.
They're worse.
I mean, maybe also maybe we're fine. I'm just worried in case we get like too much complicated equipment that all suddenly starts breaking.
Well, we can hire. Where are they? Romeo. They can work up to it.
Yeah.
Okay, Romeo.
Not yet. You're not there yet, Romeo.
What are the advanced cleaning tasks? Do the upgraded bathrooms have? They do have higher level cleaning tasks.
Oh wow, that's funny.
So they can't access it?
Bathrooms.
How? What?
Does it mean that there's no... What?
Where do they need to go? Okay, apparently they need to go right to the side. They can't get into it from anywhere else.
That's weird. That doesn't seem right.
Yeah, that's been there forever. Okay, so yeah, maybe you want to think about like we sort of move some of this stuff and have a why is this not valid? Fucking
We've got litter pickers now. We're gonna go do some litter picking.
you have litter pickers.
Yeah, Alo bought us litter pickers. We're gonna go do litter picking on our street.
Oh, just like, okay.
The little grabbies.
Uh-huh.
Do you not call them litter pickers? They're for picking litter.
I just have never thought about it, I don't think.
There's a big park near us that's got loads of rubbish in it. And we're gonna go clean it up a bit. It's gonna be good.
Okay.
I'm gonna customize mine. I'm gonna give it a paint job. I'm gonna go faster stripes. Do you approve of the litter picking or the paint job, Mary? I thought maybe you were just really excited about Go Faster Stripes.
Wouldn't be. Okay. So we're starting to get to where we could have a kind of corridor.
Yeah, I like that. This level is definitely getting cramped.
Yep. Sure is.
It's fine, I believe in us. We've got so much free space still. We're just planning ahead.
That's right.
Yes. Where's the food gonna go? Oh, you're going back up?
This is things to be figured out.
I think you could put the food like in a row, following along the line from like the tank and the stairs.
Sorry, what?
So if you pick up the blue one, rotate it 180 degrees, and then put it, yeah. And then the orange one next to it,
Yeah,
and
that
then
makes sense.
just get the wall
move
to go
this
out too
tank?
earlier. Ah, okay, I didn't realize you're going with the tank as well.
Yeah, just a little bit. We'll move this stuff. Afterwards. Okay. Oh, it stays connected to the pump stays connected when you move the tank, but it doesn't stay. Doesn't really.
Yeah, I feel like that maybe doesn't give you enough space for the food.
I wonder if we should.
You could just push the tank out into the room more. I think that works fine.
Yeah. Over here, that's fine.
Yeah, that's good.
And then, yeah, let's just go down here. Probably put a door in there somewhere. And then, yeah, we gotta move this stuff. That's fine. Yeah, this thing does need to go in here somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
This can move. The shark hat's gotta move.
True.
Probably move up here.
Yeah, shark hat. Uh-oh. This box of shark hats is where it's gonna all unravel.
Gonna stick it up here for right now. We're gonna figure it out.
Yeah, look at this corridor. That's great.
Okay. I think that's good. We'll put some shit in it. Okay, I mean, for right now, this is actually good, but we probably can.
Yeah, I like that.
We
might need to put some popcorn and orange juice along the
I
corridor
was-
because
yeah.
otherwise they will be out of sight.
Right. No, I was gonna. Yeah, put some more.
And that's absolutely unacceptable. I've been regularly getting to bed at a normal time.
Wow.
I'm very impressed with myself.
Breaths.
I'm like, I was in bed by like 10:30 the other day.
again. I don't have to worry about it. Okay. I think it's good. I mean, this is a good loop, and then we'll figure out the...
Yeah, I really like this loop. This is good.
Figure out the dome. Who are you and what have you done with Darcy? Asked Mary.
I just have a schedule now. I'm very busy, and I normally get home and eat and go to sleep immediately. I don't have time to stay up late.
You are very busy. Every time I talk to you.
Yeah. Started going to meetings. Everyone's having meetings.
Meetings.
I did have a really nice conversation with my supervisors where they said that they understood. I showed them some of my data. And they said now they understood why my literature review was taking so long, because it's really complex data. And they said that it's really hard and I've done a really good job. And that was really nice.
You're doing the work.
Yeah.
Do we have any, like... We have all these stuff. Do we have guidebooks?
Yeah. We better have guidebooks.
Oh, wait.
Yeah, there they are. It's empty. They're next to the bins there. Not bins, sorry, next to the toilets there. Rotate.
Ah. Okay. Let's keep leveling up fixing, probably. I don't think.
But if you do a gift shop, then he'll get through those quicker as well. And then get back to fixing custom.
Yeah. I guess. Do that. We need more. Yeah. Probably slightly more on this.
We've got all the space for pumps over here.
Yeah.
Fill this
right
whole room
now.
with pumps. Just fill this whole room with pumps over here.
Okay. Let's think about how with the polar stuff goes over here, which is fine. Then, you know, I wonder. No, that goes there. This. Oh,
They're gonna send us a fucking polar bear or something that needs a like 20 by 20 tank.
Oh, yeah,
And they're like, oh yeah,
100%
now you gotta fit this polar bear in. Good fucking luck. We're getting there. This feels like progress. Even though I hate it when you put things all in a line like that, I will accept it under these circumstances.
Thank you.
I'm letting you off this once. But don't get used to it.
Okay. That's a little bit better. So we got a little bit more room
Yeah.
there. Stuff. Yeah, I think the bathrooms are needed there. Could possibly even squeeze a small tank over here at some point, but
I don't think. Yeah.
Just to break.
We could always put one in Shark Cat shelf corner if we needed.
Yeah, that too.
There's a bit more space over there, but I think we're good for now.
Yeah. So then let's figure out how does we have another kind of passage, yeah, around this section. This ends up.
Okay.
Oh yeah, we could definitely just. Okay, I don't need to worry about that too much because we can stick another tank to kind of like connect all these up. Those up, because then we could move this one over here-ish. Start kind of moving some of this stuff over.
Oh no, I forgot there was a second stage.
What?
I forgot that we were moving all of that stuff and then more stuff needed moving. I was like, oh, we're done with moving stuff.
Sorry. Yeah, I'm trying to set up the polar dome.
I forgot that was the goal.
Yes.
I was like, why are we rearranging things again? We're just making space. This is nice.
I don't know what to do with these bathrooms necessarily.
Yeah, just leave them there. They're fine. Just fucking like put them against the wall and build a little cupboard between them.
That's kind of what I
like rotate them 90 degrees counterclockwise and put them next to that bench. Yeah, there. Oh. Space-consuming toilets.
Yeah. Something like this. I guess. That looks so awkward, but...
That's fine. We can always change it later.
Up and plane. That looks like it.
Promising.
For right now. I mean, that still looks awful, but.
Disgusting.
Something like this.
Uh-oh.
I think it's gonna go further. Yeah, this wall's gonna go further out, but.
Can we like drop the big tank down and see how big it is?
For sure.
And then I am gonna need to go to bed soon.
Okay, sure. I wasn't sure when you wanted to stop, but whenever is good.
Yeah. I think 2 hours when it's nighttime.
Sure.
Is
Oh my god, it can.
Oh my god, it's so big.
It can get quite big. I have no idea how much we need.
How much water do they need? Do they need any water? Oh.
There they are. They need 288.
They need 288 water.
Okay. They need the land capacity. I have no idea how to calculate, like...
Well, they told us to add ice to increase it to 20.
Right, but I don't know how much, like... ice
I guess we're just gonna have to build something and see.
The ice is solidified, land increases, and ice appears. But how much? How much ice appears?
I guess it depends on how cold it is. Go back to the tank. Hover over the ice at the bottom.
Oh, plus 8 if air conditioning is greater than or equal to twice. Okay. So it will always be that
It gets
much?
plus 8. Yeah, I guess it always just gets plus 8.
Regardless of the size of the tank, yeah, it doesn't...
And they want us to have land... Yeah, okay. So the smallest one is fine for what they told us to do.
Yes. No. They need 288.
Okay.
It starts at 250. Nope, not that either. Okay, you have to go to at least... Yeah.
Okay.
Like 350 or 340. Okay, so like that, I guess, is the minimum. That's big.
Yeah, big penguin house.
Well, I mean, we could just plop this down. We'll deal with it next time.
At least we know what we're gonna do next time, because that'll be there and we're like, why is this giant empty tank just here?
Right. Okay. I will also say penguins.
House. Yeah. No, penguin's house. Thank you.
No apostrophe.
No apostrophe. Just penguin's house.
I don't like this. That's not how
penguin's house
work.
Penguin's house.
Penguin house, or it's a penguin's apostrophe.
Penguin's house.
Or penguin apostrophe s house.
It's the house of penguins. Penguin's house.
Yeah, the house of penguins would work, but
that's what it means. It means house of penguins. Penguin's
no.
House.
Well, then it would have the apostrophe.
No, it's plural.
Oh.
It's plural. It's not possessive.
It's both. That's what the apostrophe on the after the s is.
No, it doesn't belong to them. It's just the house where there is a lot of penguins.
Thanks everybody for hanging out for
Thank you,
Megaquarium
and Communism Podcast.
Yeah. So 2 weeks good for you as far as you know?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll double check my diary.
Okay. Check your diary. Yes. Alright, so here, let me go to here and then go to the schedule. So yeah, 2 weeks should be, I assume we'll finish this level. Is this the last one? I don't remember.
I don't know. We can go to the main menu.
Oh yeah, I can do that. Can I go to the main menu from here? That's quit.
Yeah, I think if you quit, it takes you to the menu.
No, it doesn't.
No?
This came up
Just
before.
quits.
Yeah, I thought it did. It doesn't.
Well, I guess you're not allowed to go to the main menu.
I could do this.
Oh, there we
just
go.
Just go to here, because this is, the menu. No, okay, we're on number 4. Okay, so there should be...
Yeah, there's got to be a few left.
Yeah, I think there's probably going to be...
How many were there? Oh, okay, yeah, there's probably
5 in Freshwater Frenzy, 10 in the base camp. Yeah, so I'm assuming it's 5 again. I wonder if this is the end of this one, and then yeah, we'll do like the polar bears. Will be that's got to be like the final thing, right?
Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah, I think polar bears is going to be the end boss.
Yeah, that's what I would assume. So yeah, we'll do that. The next Friday, then I'll be playing more Thief. And then yeah, tomorrow Death Stranding, and Sunday Dune. Those have all been going well, so please come hang out for those. You can follow the channel for notifications, or you can follow the Twitter account at @seawolf_streams. Thanks everybody for hanging out. Hope you had a good time, and hope you join us again in the future. Good night.
Good night.